My background as a family physician influenced my decision to become part of the board of Violence Free Futures, in that I'm already serving the community and have a love and passion for serving my patients, and it just went hand in hand for me. My experience in my own life with domestic violence as a child just led that part of my heart to really help folks that are in need, and so it was an easy matchup for me. In my practice, I do see a lot of domestic and sexual violence, and there are different ways that I approach it. There are some people that you can tell overtly, that they've had some type of trauma. I might get an emergency room report where I can see there's been some type of assault. And usually in those circumstances, I'll just speak to the patient about, hey, I see that this happened to you, and wondered if there's anything I can offer you. I know that we have an organization here in town that would be a good resource for you. There are sometimes it's just not, unfortunately, that obvious. I don't get to read it in a report, but I can read it in my physical exam if there are injuries that don't go along with the description of how that happened. If I see a patient back, which is really cool about being a family physician, you get to start to establish a real rapport and family with the patient. And in those cases, I will also just offer, hey, we've got this organization that not only just offers shelter, but there's counseling that's available. There are people that you can talk to really help the patients. And usually in all of my exam rooms, I have information about Violence Free Futures, as well as in our restrooms, both male and female, so that we can really just put that information out to the community that there's help that's available. As a family physician, I would advise my colleagues, all primary care providers, to really consider whether or not domestic violence or sexual assault could be part of what's impacting your patient's health. A lot of times we know that if you don't consider the diagnosis, you sometimes won't make it. And domestic and sexual violence can certainly impact your health. It can be the reason why our patients are non-adherent, or they aren't getting their medication. Maybe there's someone that's stopping them from being allowed to go to their therapy or buy again different meds or those kind of things. So when your line of treatment it's not responding, or the patient's not responding as you expected, I would take some time and consider if this could be also impacting your patient's health. As the board chair, my goal is for us to someday not need our organization, although that's not likely, but that would be my ultimate goal. We served last year over 9,000 survivors just here in Greene County, and I want folks to know that no matter what socioeconomic background or race or religion, domestic violence and sexual violence can be affecting all our neighbors here in our community. So our goal is really to increase awareness, to increase the number of counselors that we have that are available. We've just this summer completed our outreach center, and it's a beautiful, safe facility where folks can come and just get counseling. If you don't need sheltering, we've got provided services if you have a pet, so that we can take care of them. But our goal is really to just be out there to make ourselves even more available to those in our community. There are some challenges that Violence Free Futures faces in reaching survivors, And some of the ways that the board is addressing those issues are looking even in grants to help specific parts of our community, such as recently we've gotten one to help survivors that may be African American, that they know that they're experiencing these kinds of difficulties and crises, but just not seeing them a lot in our community. We are reaching out as well through our Violence Free Outreach Center, where we offer counseling, so just not shelter, but counseling for those folks to come in and work with their children, work with moms, work with dads to get them back on track. And so the board's very active in trying to find new ways of funding those types of programs and always supporting those that we have in line now.